3 a.m. boy. Seconds. Red book. Red book. Can I enter your game?
Red book, and your game. Margaret's mum's name. That's saying it's mum's here.
What the fuck was that? Are you under the age of 20? Flash to yellow for me.
Straight away. Oh, well done.
A full investigation.
Recording this the day after what's happened in this video, and what started as a normal 3 AM game turned into something so much bigger to investigate the house.
I don't think we should have played this game. So we're a bit freaked out. We're not looking forward to this game. Nadine thinks it's a bit Ouija, don't you?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate?
Well, I've never really liked the idea of Ouija boards. Throughout my childhood, my dad warned me against them, and I've always pretty much heeded that warning, and because of the interactions with the book and what we're going to be doing with it, it kind of freaks me out a bit, but we're going to give it a go.
Well, see the things we do for you guys, eh? The things we're going to do for you. So, we've got 15 seconds left or so. 10 seconds. So I'm going to light this candle. Don't know why it has to be red. Okay, and it is now 3 PM. If you want to show the camera. 3 AM boy. Let's get this challenge done. Fine. I just want to shout out my mum, who's just joined us as well.
Hello.
So she won't be very visible on the camera because she's sat to the side, but she's going to be getting on part of this. Now my mum has a very spiritual connection. She's, you know, well, I would say you're into God now, aren't you?
I believe, yeah, I'm a believer.
Yeah, so whereas you and me, you freaky little people, we're believing in the downstairs quite heavily and we're trying to meet them. My mum believes in the upstairs, and you know, it brings you a lot of joy and happiness, I suppose, doesn't it?
It gave me a lot of relief after Mum.
Yeah. So sadly, for those who are very eagle-eyed, will notice that I have a gravestone tattooed to myself with Nana written on it. That's my mum's mum, who passed away a few years ago, and this is my way of honouring her. And if we can get any contact at all, we might be able to get some questions done and see if she can get to us, which would be, if we got that, that'd be incredible. I might cry.
Would.
So
I will cry.
So without further ado, guys, I'm going to kick the game off. As you know from what I said in the rules, we have to ask permission first. Now this could take a while, so if there is a dodgy cut, that is because we have asked like 50 times to start the game, and then eventually we got in. And I know that you don't want to sit through 50 minutes of me asking the same question. Only I would watch that. Maybe Nadine, if I tied her up. Right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
So before we get into this game, I want us all to get into the mental state that it does work. So
Yeah.
we're just going to take, let's say 10 seconds, just close your eyes, think to yourself that I want this to work, I want this to work, I want this to work. At the same time, think about positive energy and that we only want to attract positive energy. If anything bad starts to happen, or we get some threatening answers, what we'll do, we'll ask to leave the game straight away. And again, we can't finish the game until it says we can leave, which is quite a struggle. So we're going to have a go. So let's take 10 seconds. We can hold hands if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch the candle there. So take 10 seconds. All in the zone.
Yeah.
If you hear barking in the background, it's just my dogs. They're outside, so just ignore them. It'd be weird if they were barking in here, but that should be fine. So I'll start us off. I'm a bit nervous. This is the first time I've done one of these, but we'll have a go. So when you do this, you've got to put your right hand on the book.
Okay.
And then ask the following question. Red book, can I enter your game? So incongruous were they with his youthful energy of movement? That's not an answer, I don't think.
No, I can't
No.
see that being.
Safe.
Red book, may I enter your game? As Miss Barlow rattled away cheerfully, he crumpled up the copy and tossed it into the waste paper basket.
That's weird, 'cause that's like cheerily, I would take from that.
As a positive answer?
Or we go around again, we'll try again.
Yeah, we'll try again. I don't think that would be an entry.
Yeah.
Mum's turn.
Right hand. Red book, may I enter your game? I ain't got my glasses on, so I have to
Never have I seen two people looking in their own way more respectively radiant and cheerful.
I'm saying that's a yes.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
So,
very
You're
fun.
am I in?
You're in the game.
in.
Oh wow.
So we'll keep going round. While we're not in the game, when it comes to you, you'll be able to ask a question, but we won't be able to until
Okay.
we're in. So it's my
Okay.
turn. Hope I get in. Okay. Red book, may I enter your game? The man changed colour so horribly that the crooked nose stood out on his face. That's a no. Doesn't like me. I want to play.
Red book, may I enter your game? For while their broad-brimmed hats were black as their unblinking eyes, the complexions of many of them might have been made out of the dark red timber of those transatlantic forests.
That's a no.
No.
It's too long.
So I get to ask
So you can ask a
now.
question now, yeah.
So you can just ask it if my mum's around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, you've got to do the same thing. Hand on book, eyes closed.
And do I say red?
You don't say red book anymore. You can just ask questions.
Is my mum doing okay?
Something between a yawn and a yell of weary... Oh, sorry, no. Oh, I know what you want. Take it and leave me in peace. I'm writing a song about peacocks.
How would you take that answer? Because if you ignore the bit at the end, because that's the second line.
Yeah, it sounds like she's saying that she's at peace. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ideally, we want to get confirmation that is who we're talking to. Then. I'm in, aren't I?
Yeah, you're
I'm
in.
in. I'm in. Am I known to any entity or spirit on the other realm or other world? An active figure ran down the steps of the house and showed under the golden lamplight the unmistakable head that resembled the Roman coin. So if we take out the ending, an active figure ran down the steps of the house and showed under the golden lamplight. Am I known? Someone ran down the stairs. I don't know.
Mum fell down the stairs.
I know. I don't know. It's weird. I'll chalk that up to a possible. So far, I'm still a bit nervous about this game. But so far, we seem to be doing okay.
Well, I'm still not in, so let's
Oh,
try
yeah.
and see if I can join in. Red book, may I enter your game? Seen at close quarters, it had rather a showy look. The big red jewels in the hilt and guard were a little dubious.
That's still no.
It is. Still no.
Somebody's trying to keep me out of this.
Yeah. If that is you around there, Mum, what did you leave for Emma?
They're closed now.
In about 4 minutes, the door was opened again. Oh. Yeah, in about 4 minutes, the door was opened again.
So it didn't answer the question.
No, I didn't.
So that leads on to my question. So I've come here peacefully to do this and play this game with you, to talk. Please do me the same courteous behaviour and tell me who I'm talking to. My father, said Flambeau in French. What's the matter with you? Talking to my father from their perspective. That makes no sense.
It could be Bill, Granddad.
Could be. Speaking to my father.
Could be.
That gave me chills. Okay. We seem to be getting some progress.
Here we go again. Red book, may I enter your game?
The title page.
The incredulity of Father Brown. I'm still gonna take that as a no. You guys have fun. I'm
We
out.
might actually get this whole game without you getting in.
I can't see the bloody question. Mum, are you with Nana and Granddad? She really wanted to be able to see them again.
Certainly it went uncommonly far, but I don't see how it brings us any further.
The first word, certainly.
Mm.
So I think that's yeah.
And then not going any further, that could potentially mean that's the only extent of the family that are there. Or
No,
that's,
there's none- and
or that's as far as they're going to go.
Yeah.
That's the end of the road.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that quite positively.
Yeah, I am.
What did you
It
make
says
of that one, guys?
certainly.
That's what I find weird about this game. It says that you have to use the whole sentence,
Oh.
which is really weird. Whereas I would use the word. That's why I mean it's a Mexican game,
Yeah.
so I don't know if it translates better in Mexican, so it makes sense. But it's really weird that you'd have to read the whole sentence, especially when you can use any book.
Maybe we should just focus on the only word that we touch.
But that's why I'm saying like cut the end off to get the answer. But the game is based on interpretation, so
Yeah.
who knows? I don't know. So that's what I mean. Like when we had the certainly, that was a very positive word to use.
Yeah.
The end of the sentence, you could make sense from it the way you interpret it.
Yeah.
When I got into the game, it was victorious. That word put me in the game. So it could be word association as well as the sentence. That you just got to take from it what you can, and that's why people get some really weird results. So far, nothing's bad happening. One positive note for people who watch a lot of investigations will know that the candle is still very still, which is very good. Spirits have a way of interacting with the flame, and it will flicker violently as if something's pushing it or blowing on it. Now, potentially it could be us if it does move because we're quite close to the table. But as you can see, I'm talking quite loud looking at it. Well, if I move my hand, it moves. But it doesn't move with the sound of my voice. So keep an eye on that candle, because if it flickers and I miss it in the edit, please let me know. Because I still don't know who we're talking to yet. I think you might have actually got a connection. Potentially.
Yeah.
Haven't got fact yet, but it's looking quite likely. It's not saying anything horrible, but it's not answering simple question, not simple, but obvious questions to it,
Yeah.
which could potentially be the contents of that answer aren't in the book, which again would make sense.
Yeah.
If you gave someone a Porsche, and you ask, "What did I give you?" I'm pretty sure the Bible doesn't have the word Porsche in it.
Yeah, true.
I have to double read it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But alas, I digress. It's my turn. Why won't you let Nadine into the game? Do you have a problem with her specifically? Occupation would ever have been successful had not one of these brothers despicably but very decisively declined to abide. That's weird. That's a weird answer.
It is.
Why won't you let Nadine into the game? Occupation would have been successful had not one of the three brothers despicably but very decisively declined to abide. And then the end of that sentence goes, by these things any longer. So that sounds like someone's broke a rule. And that's why I won't let you in. But we haven't broken the rules. Not yet.
I did ask the question without shutting my eyes.
Maybe it could be that. It could be quite something even more trivial. Well, it will continue for us because I'm already in, so that's fine. It's the same game. We're still playing. Well, let's do this. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that I'm wearing one of these. Potentially, it's a Ouija piece. So we'll take that off. And I'm not wearing any Jesus pieces, so that could be another rule that could be breaking. But who knows?
I've
But-
got a cross on.
Have you got a cross on?
Yeah.
I'll keep it on, because,
It's mum's.
yeah, so we're not going to take that off. It's like I was going to put my pentagram necklace on, and then I was like, nope. We'll leave that one downstairs. So, yeah, take from that what you will. I think something doesn't want her in the game because you've broken a rule. Try again.
Red book, may I enter your game? You mean to tell us we have met the murderer, talked and joked with the murderer? Let him tell us romantic tale, and let him depart untouched.
So if you take the end of that sentence, that's like it's saving you by not letting you in the game. Leaving you untouched.
It does, doesn't it?
But then again, it could also...
That's what it sounds like. It said like, I've met the murderer of the murderer, and those who left would be untouched or something like that. You close the book, so I can't read the page. But you know, you'll hear it. You can rewind it and hear that back again. I'll probably duplicate the edit, so we'll hear it again. But it does sound like it's not letting you in for a reason. So it doesn't want you tainted by it, which is weird because at the beginning of the recording you were telling me that you didn't want to do this. So who knows? I'm still glad we're doing it, but I think we will go 2 more questions on this round, and then we'll end the game.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to head to a really cheeky commercial break. So let's carry on. And hold that. And go.
Is my cousin David there?
Smith coming out of the dark entrance, deadly pale and snapping his fingers nervously.
Read that again.
Oh, sorry. Snaith coming out of the dark entrance, deadly pale and snapping his fingers nervously.
That could be a yes.
I feel like that's a yes. But why would it say? Why would it say dark figure? Or coming out of the dark? Because that's a concerning sentence.
No, I think that's quite positive. I think that's saying that yes, he is there. And the darkness, he had almost jet black hair. It could just be something as simple as that.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one question now, and I think we'll probably cut to commercial. Which, for those of you at home, don't know what this means, but it means Nadine gets a fag break. That's what it means.
So do I.
Okay, so do I. Oh. But we won't be able to go until we end the game, so this could be a long... Well, you're already out of the game, you're not even in. But it's weird. What we'll do on the next run as well, we'll swap seats, and we'll see if that interferes or anything. Shouldn't do, but we'll see. Anyway, my turn to ask. I have two simple questions for you, two simple requests. Firstly, yes or no, are you in the room with me? And a request, if you are, blow out my candle. You have to remember, replied Margaret, with a faint irony in her voice.
Margaret's my mum's name. That's saying it's mum's here, isn't it?
It's like it. I'll zoom in on here. Where is it? There, that's the sentence I landed on. You have to remember, replied Margaret, with a faint irony in her voice. So what would I have to remember? What would you want me to remember? I think we've made contact, guys. What do you think?
I do. It's just really weird that it's come up with mum's name.
So that's the name just there, guys. Just there. That's where it landed. So that's really strange. I wasn't expecting to get that.
It's really comforting.
It is, but if we think about what I asked, like yes or no, are you in the room? And then what do I have to remember? I'm trying to think what she would have said to me.
I can't think.
I can think of one thing she used to say to me all the time.
Which was?
I was her #1 grandchild. That's all she would ever tell me.
Yeah.
She even got it engraved on my old my dog tags.
Yeah, she did.
So maybe I have to remember that. Am I still #1? I don't know. Or do I have to remember that, you know, she's older, doesn't have the strength to blow out my candle,
Yeah.
but she said her name. Break. We obviously saw Nadine had struggled to get back into the game. Now, while we were waiting for Mum, we had a practice run to see if this was going to work and to familiarise ourselves with the way we played. However, when we stopped to get Mum into the game, Nadine never finished the game. So we think maybe that could be why she's not being let back in, because she's already in, which means that could be the rule that was broken. That, you know, well, you're already in, you're not out. That's the rule. So we're going to try and just dive her straight into questions, and hopefully we'll get some responses from that. We're going to do a few more goes on this. These guys, I don't know what they're going to ask. I'm going to get a little bit more on the darker side of the scale and just see. We've had a great response from what we believe is Mum's mum, my nan. And I'm happy to believe that that's what that is. That seemed very good. The fact that we pulled her name out of a book I've never even read, that was phenomenal. I'm really happy we got that. I hope you guys feel the same.
Oh, God, yeah. I think when I started, I teared up, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I never thought that would happen. So, I mean, a lot of these games I'm a bit sceptical of, because you could pick any book you want. So, I don't know. But we'll continue and we'll see what happens. And hopefully nothing bad happens to us. Fingers crossed. Although I kind of want something to happen to prove the game works. But we'll have a look. Alright, so if it was on me when we finished, so it's now going to be you. So we're going to dive you straight into a question. Take the book.
Is there anyone out there that wants to make any kind of contact with me? Dickens, is the old man friendly?
Hang on, I'll cut there. Dickens is the old man friendly.
Although if we read the whole sentence, it does say, so you see how we stand. Oh, no, sorry, the question is the man said in Dickens, is the old man friendly? So it's referring that. Still in the game.
I think you're still in the game, yeah.
Yeah, still in the game. That'll be why I can get back in again. Right, there we go.
Okay. Mum's turn. Okay. Your turn again, Mother.
Mum, do you like Jonesy, the Maine Coon cat that we gifted to Dad?
Title bitch.
Is that the one I got earlier?
Do you want to ask it again?
Yeah.
Try again.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll cut that bit out.
Mum, do you like Jonesy, the Maine Coon cat that we gifted to Dad? Right. So, but there was always one flash when the foolish mask fell, and the wise mask that fitted itself in its place. And Bamboo, who knew his friend, knew that his friend had suddenly understood. I don't think that's an answer.
I don't think so either. So that's 3 no answers in a row. So, Nan, I hope you still are here. We are continuing to play. We've got a few more rounds of this. Please try and give as clear answers as you can. I know the material we're using is a bit odd, but hopefully you'll find your answers in here like we will.
Mum liked Father Brown.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange. Didn't know that either. It's a hard game to get in and get out of this. That's the hardest bit. That's the scariest bit. I'll be stuck in here forever. Which would be a fun way to end the potential career, innit? What happened? Well, he's still playing that game 100 years from now. Ooh, it's not a nice thought. And Nadine will try again.
Red book. May I leave your game? I don't say it's the sort of nose one would wear out of mere foppery, he admitted. I don't say. Guess not.
That's still no. How are you feeling, Mum? You're the only one that got out.
No, I'm good. I'm happy.
Happy as a Larry over there.
First in, first out. Nope.
And I got contact with my mum.
She's the one that let you in and out. For some reason, I'm not allowed to leave yet, but we'll have another go.
Maybe you have to tell her that you love her.
Nan, as you know, fully aware, I miss you more and more every single day. You're my favourite human being on the planet besides Mum, and one of the best women I've ever met in my life. Now, please do me the honour. Red book. May I leave your game? Besides, you have no business to be an unbeliever. You have no business. That's a yes, I can leave. That's no business.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out. Thanks, Nan. Yeah! I'm out!
So I have no connection to anybody within this current game going on. I'm just gonna generically say goodbye to everyone that we could have possibly made contact and just ask very politely for me to be able to leave. Therefore, red book, please may I leave your game? Where does it start?
That's the problem with this long game.
It's a very long one. Okay, here
Just
we go.
you read the line you're on.
Oh. To behold must have been on a fresh morning pretty chilly to wear.
You're still in, sucker?
However, if we take the whole sentence into account,
Yeah.
he had a large palm leaf hat on the back of his head, suggesting a halo was by no means appropriate to the face, but otherwise he was clad only in a very vivid suit of striped scarlet and yellow pyjamas, which though glowing enough to behold, must have been on a fresh morning pretty chilly to wear.
That's like the longest out sentence in this whole book.
There was a lot of punctuation to break that up.
And guess what?
I'm still in.
Still in.
Ah, okay, let's try.
What the fuck was that? Are you under the age of 20? flash to yellow for me.
Straight away. Oh, well done.
A full investigate.
Recording this the day after what's happened in this video. And what started as a normal 3 AM game turned into something so much bigger to investigate the house.
I don't think we should have played this game.